Good day everybody, Dave Dowling here. What you're looking at here is most of my collection of jet. I've got a couple of rulers here to show the size of it, and two 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper here that also show the size of it. And I'll zoom in here on this because these two pieces of paper have a bit of description about jet here, which I'm going to explain to everybody. Jet is a gemstone. It's where the expression jet black is from. The ancient sources in England and Spain is down here in my hand-drawn awesome map. England's up here. Yeah, these ancient sources were mined out. That's Europe there. Your Mediterranean Ocean, more ocean here, and today's jet is found this way over in North America. And the ancient sources in England and Spain over in Europe were mined out by the Victorian age due to the popularity of jet being jet black. It was used in mourning jewelry. And those ancient sources, because of the technology advances by the 1800s, mining was much easier, and they mined out those ancient sources in Spain and England by about the mid-1800s. And they still find small, lower quality pieces there that have a hardness of 3 on the Mohs scales of hardness. This jet here is from Canada, and as I said, jets is where the expression jet black comes from. This here is a 1 meter ruler that also has imperial inches on top, and this here is a little 6-inch ruler with metric on the bottom also to show the size of some of these pieces of jet. They're actually huge pieces. England and Spain, they're lucky if they find pieces around 100 grams. This piece here is 951 grams by itself. Jet is carbonized wood. In England, it's apparently carbonized coal that's been subjected to millions of years of pressure and, as I pointed out, millions of years of time and pressure, where it's being squeezed down and all that's left is the carbon in there with a few impurities. Jet is usually over 90% carbon and can be up to like 99% pure carbon with a little bit of impurities in it. Jet is millions of years of old. Some jet can be hundreds of millions of years old. Jet is one of the few organic gemstones. Amber is another organic gemstone, as are, I believe, pearls and coral. When jet is in pieces this large, like 951 pounds or bigger, like this one here, it's basically no longer a semi-precious stone, but it's a precious stone just because of the size. This jet is for sale, and jet might have nanocarbon fibers in it, and it also may have electronic and electrical properties, as it is similar to silicone and diamonds. Diamonds also are carbon. They're 99% carbon and higher usually. And diamonds also have electrical properties, as does silicon. This jet here is from new deposits in North America, specifically Canada. I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and this jet is from Alberta. And this is some really high quality jet. It's better than the jet from the ancient sources in Europe. This jet is of a hardness of around 3.5 up to 7 due to some of the jet having streaks of quartz growing through it that are excellent for doing cameo carvings. A cameo is where you have 2 colors and you carve away the one color so it looks like a portrait of a person usually. And yes, there is some smaller pieces of jet over in this area here, but a lot of this jet is very, very big, huge pieces. This piece of jet here is over 5,500 grams, and it was the 38th piece I weighed. The 39th here was over 6,300 grams. This piece down here was over 1,100 grams. There's piece number 42 I weighed. It was over 2 kilograms in weight. This one was almost 2 kilograms, 1,800 grams. There's a smaller piece, 338 grams. There's a 680 gram piece there. There's a 1275. There's a 2,865 gram piece, almost a kilogram. There's a real nice 840 gram piece. A 982 gram piece. There's a piece that I broke open, and you can see the very exquisite, nice jet black color there, and the fiber of the wood actually too. More jet there. These pieces down here in here are a little bit smaller, and that there is a real big piece. More of the smaller stuff there. There's a 4,000 gram piece, over 4,000. There's a 4,200 gram piece. There's a 3,200 gram piece. There's an 860 gram piece. There's a 1,345 gram piece. These pieces are just huge. There's a 5-gallon bucket of more huge pieces. And all this jet is for sale. And as I said, this jet is from Canada. And this is roughly what you're seeing here is over 200 pounds of jet, somewhere between 200 and 250 pounds of jet. And I've got a bit over 300 pounds, and it's all for sale. And as I said, this is from new deposits in Canada. And the reason you haven't really heard of the Gemstone jet is because it was mined out in Victorian age, the sources in Europe. And by the time people got over to where it is here in North America, it had been forgotten. This here is a paintbrush, a small little bowl of water, and this is a 6-inch ruler here, which is 6 inches, a bit over 15 centimeters, which is also on this side of the ruler. Metric and imperial inches on the other side. And the reason I have that is to show you the jet black color of some of the pieces of jet here. I also have petrified jet, which has a hardness of 7 on the Mohs scales of hardness. This jet here has a hardness of 3.5 to 5.0, which is why it's superior to the jet from the old deposits in Europe. This piece here, I'll bring it up to close to the camera. You can see how it's got a very thin patina of oxidization on the outside. And what water does in the trade, water works at a lot of gemstones. Just a little bit of water sort of shows what it's like when it's polished. And there you can see how this water brings out the jet black color, even though there's that thin patina of oxidization on the outside of it that gives it that almost grayish look to it. And on the surface here that I broke open, I'll put some water on that. And you can see how it's just got an exquisite jet black color, and this is how it would look once it's polished up. It's where the expression jet black comes from, and this is why we get the expression from this gemstone, is because when polished, it's an exquisite jet black. It is the jet black of jet blacks. And I do have, as I pointed out, petrified jet, which is what this stone here is. This here is petrified jet. It's 982 grams. And it's a bit rarer than the jet in my opinion. I find less of it than I find of the actual jet. And again, it's got a thin patina of oxidization on the outside where the water shows you that there's that jet black color on the inside. Here where it's actually visible, it isn't oxidized as much. You can see how the water gives it just that exquisite jet black color that this would have when a lapidariist or a gem cutter saws it up with their instruments and gave it a really nice polish. That's a really nice piece of petrified jet. And this here, that I'm pointing out with the paintbrush, that's actually, that white there's actually quartz. I'm not sure if it's just on the outside or if it runs through the whole rock, but it definitely runs down the side here at least. And it's hard to say if it runs in there because of that patina of oxidization on the outside. Sometimes you can get a patina of quartz on the outside, like this piece here that I broke open. It's got, this you could probably make a small cabochon with. And again, I'll wet it down with water and you can see the really nice jet black color of this rock there. But I do have jet here, lots of it, jet and petrified jet. That's a piece of jet there. There's lots and lots of jet here. I'll take the camera off my tripod here. Takes a little bit sometimes to get the tripod off there. There we go. And I'll do some zooming in on some of this jet here for you again. That's a real nice piece there. More nice pieces over there. This here is a real nice piece. It's not all jet, it's got some coal here on the one side mixed in with jet. And then it's got petrified jet over here too. So there's actually like 3 types of rock in this exquisite sample of jet, petrified jet and coal all in one piece. It's the only piece I think I've ever found where there's all 3 in one piece. I thought it was just an amazing piece once I got it home and looked at it. And I'll get my ruler here just to show you the size of some of these pieces. As I said, that's in inches on this side, centimeters on this side. These are just, you know, absolutely massive size pieces. That's a nice piece there, in my opinion. There you go. That's what a whole bunch of jet looks like. It's probably 500,000 carats here of jet, somewhere around there. And have a good day, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.